Well, hi guys, welcome to this midday market mood check on Moneycontrol with me, Nandita Khemka. Well, after a milestone Monday, what we are looking at is a tepid Tuesday, given the fact that we did open at fresh highs and the Nifty, hit a fresh high of 20,110 or thereabouts, but it soon slipped after that, and we are just hovering below that 20,000 mark. Not, the index pretty much is flat. No sharp moves coming in there, but it's the broader end of the markets that has come under a fair bit of profit booking, given the fact that the Nifty mid and small cap indices have lost anywhere between 2 to 3% a piece. If you look at the market breadth, that's firmly in favor of losers. Look at the sectors that are, not doing all that well today. Realty, Psu Banks, metals and autos are some of the sectoral laggards. On the other hand, you have Nifty IT. That index is doing fairly well, holding up over a percent or thereabouts. In fact, on the Nifty gainers front, you have the likes of TCS, WIPRO, you have L&T after the revision in buyback price, ULTRATECH cement. Jeffrey's note has said that they have cement makers have hiked prices for a second time in September. So ULTRATECH, GRASIM among gainers, and Sun Pharma is the other one that's gaining in trade. On the losing end, you have BPCL, Power Grid. Some of these auto names are not doing all that well today. M&M and TATA Motors, those are among the top losers. In fact, just a few minutes ago, we had news coming out that Nitin Gadkari, Road Minister, is proposing a 10% additional GST on diesel-powered vehicles to phase out diesel vehicles as they are polluting in nature. So on the back of that, you have the likes of Ashok Leyland, Bosch, Tata Motors, all of them at days low, slumping anywhere between 2 to 4% a piece. If you look at some of the other movers, L&T, as I was mentioning, has revised its buyback price to 3,200 rupees versus 3,000 rupees earlier. The stock hit a fresh 52-week high. In fact, shares on offer has been reduced to 3.1 crore rupees. Rather shares, 3.1 crore shares. The offer size has been reduced to that. If you look at Reliance Industries, that's also in focus, given the fact that KKR is going to increase, its investment in Reliance Retail. It's going to pump in somewhere around 2,070 crores rupees in the retail arm of Reliance Industries. The stake will be hiked to 1.4% vis-a-vis 1.1%. Let's talk about cement makers then. Nomura has come out with a note. It says that prices have been hiked by 35 rupees per bag in East India. Remember last week as well, there was a price hike of a similar amount, and this is the second hike coming in this month itself. So on the back of that, as I mentioned, ULTRATECH and GRASIM doing well, but what is not doing well, of course, is HUL. A couple of brokerage reports coming out on this stock. Nomura says that expect weak Q2, given the fact that demand situation is pretty much unchanged, and it has a target price of 2,950 rupees per share. On this stock, rating has been held at buy. Goldman Sachs, on the other hand, has a neutral rating on the stock, target price of 2,725 rupees a share. It believes that the volume and margin for HUL will lag its peers, given the fact that the recovery in rural, India is likely to be slow going forward. So that's a pretty much downbeat reports coming in on HUL. In fact, Goldman Sachs has also lowered FY24, FY25 and FY26 EPS on HUL by anywhere between 1 to 2%. Let's take a look at some of the other movers. Then L&T Finance, that stock is gaining in trade after a block deal in the counter where 2.8% stake has changed hands. In fact, Bain Capital is the likely seller in stake. The stock is up somewhere around 3% or thereabouts as we speak. Talking about Lupin, this stock has also hit a fresh 52-week high on the back of a business transfer pact with a subsidiary. So that stock is, up and about, up somewhere around 1.5% last time I checked. Laurus Labs, on the other hand, divergent move coming in on this stock. Kotak Institutional has downgraded the stock to sell, and on the back of that, this stock is under pressure. Sugar stocks, after seeing a stellar run, are slipping in trade, given the fact that government has sought details of sales data between May and August. On the back of that, we are seeing some bit of correction coming in some of the sugar stocks. TVS Supply Chain, that stock has slumped somewhere around 5 to 6% as the first quarter loss has widened on a YY basis. Let's take a look at some of the other Nifty 500 gainers and losers. On the gaining end, you have stocks like ITI, Sundaram Finance, Brightcom, LG Equipment, Lemon Tree, and on the flip side, you have Indiabulls Realty and some of the shipyard stocks and railway stocks that have had a stupendous run over the last few sessions have come under some bit of profit booking. So you have the likes of Cochin Shipyard, RITES, IRB, Infra, MMTC, Mazgaon Dock, all these stocks, even the railway stocks like RVNL, etc., losing out in trade. What we'll be watching out for, of course, in the second half is whether or not we maintain or we end above that 20,000 level or not. And if we manage to close above that 20,000 mark, it will be a record closing for the Nifty today as well. But towards the evening, we are expecting economic data in the form of IIP data for the month of July as well as CPI data for August. Expectations are that August CPI will remain elevated above 7%, but of course it will cool off slightly from the previous month. But of course we'll be watching out for that figure closely, given the fact that it is expected to remain much above the RBI's comfort zone. Well, so that's it on this midday market mood check from me, Nandita Khemka. Of course, stay tuned to Money Control for all your other news and updates, and come back and join us at 3:30 p.m. for closing bell as we take the action forward. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Stay tuned for all your other news and updates.